Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. I do want to thank you for joining us tonight, Friday the 17th of September 2021. So as we start off our program, viewers, you know I always encourage you to share our live stream. We are live on Facebook, Real Talk with Saieed Ali. We are also on YouTube, TNT Real Talk. Share our live stream. It's Fire Friday tonight. Industrial Court President Deborah Thomas Felix have stated that mandatory vaccination cannot be implemented by employers. Thomas Felix stated that while employers are permitted to introduce a vaccination policy for new employees, consultation is mandatory. Listen to that. Consultation is mandatory for it to apply to existing workers. So all these business places who are telling their workers to vaccinate or stay home have some news for you all. She noted that if a worker or a union cannot come to an agreement on such a policy, they can take their dispute to the Ministry of Labor or come directly to the court through the filing of an industrial relation offense. Thomas Felix also suggested that the union and the employer consider adding the COVID-19 related clauses when entering into negotiation for a new collective agreement. Thomas Felix noted that while between January to March 2020, only 6 industrial relation offenses were filed at the court, 178 were filed between March 2020 and September 14th. She suggested that the high rate of filing demonstrates the absence of social dialogue by many in the workplace. So all those business places, remember I tell it had something coming? Remember I tell it had a judge? I don't remember that? Let me tell you something. Many of these business places in Trinidad and Tobago today, they don't know about the laws. They don't know. And when I come here every night, and I tell you all things that is pertaining to laws and regulations and bylaws that's happening in Trinidad and Tobago, you just say, you talking nonsense, really? You see what you hear what she's saying? All I hear what she's saying? Well, batting all a crease. Bosses, batting all a crease. We understand that there's a situation taking place. We understand that there's a pandemic. We understand about the vaccine. How many bosses of business did not even go to get vaccine? Because they are afraid, just like their employees. They are afraid to do it. But some of them want to lay down, if you're not vaccinated, don't come to work. But the boss himself or the boss herself, they didn't even go to get vaccinated. Let me tell you, some of them is just plain mad. And when the reality hit them, they just catch themselves. Call her good night.
Good night, Said. Good night,
my
Fire
friend.
Friday.
Fire Friday.
All right, listen to this. 2 things. I hear Gary give it choops on Fitzy, boy.
Boy, it's bacchanal with the commissioner, you know.
I'm telling you, I figure he investigating one of them, you know. And you know what come up in my mind tonight? I wonder if it's A and V oil gate.
Nah.
Now, let us talk about the man at the moment. They call him the Terrible. I hear you went on a comedy show or a comedian host him last night. No, you know Trinidad famous for email gate.
Yeah.
You ever hear about the Bridgeman Gate with the sea bridge? I wonder what this comedy show was about. It was about Balls Gate. Because we are being ridiculed all over the world now.
Exactly.
And it's because of Terrence the Terrible. You understand? And 8 more died today. I remember I tell you about the criminal activity, 8 more, and that is what we had a pattern down 1,300, almost 1,400. You understand? I tell you 2,000, they're mismanaging this COVID money, it's getting me vexed. But we go stick on balls, get for a while. Let me see how that play out, go on.
Thank you, my friend. Former Commissioner of Police, Gary Griffith, have returned from vacation and informed the line minister that he was ready to resume duties. However, close sources to Griffith said National Security Minister Fitzgerald Hines instructed him not to resume for work.
So this is it in a nutshell. Minister Hines contacted me yesterday and told me that he would like for me to remain on leave until further notice. Unfortunately, whoever advised the minister gave him wrong advice, because the Minister of National Security does not have the authority to send any police officer on leave based on the law, and for obvious reasons that a politician can direct the police in such a way. This has to be done through the Police Service Commission, and the Police Service Commission, they're fully aware of their role and function, where you cannot send someone on leave unless, of course, there's a disciplinary matter or there's some investigation that is taking place by relevant law enforcement authorities.
Griffith intends to report for duty next Tuesday and says the Minister of National Security does not have the authority to direct him to remain on leave. Allegations of bribes for gun license scandal are currently under investigation. On Thursday, Griffith issued a statement in the wake of reports about an inquiry by retired Justice of Appeal Stanley John, instituted by the PSC. The inquiries are looking into claims of corruption in granting firearm users license. Griffith claimed that the inquiries were fueled by an attempt to affect the process of selecting a police commissioner. Griffith said he was confident that the allegation would prove baseless and believed he was the most suitable candidate to be appointed top cop. Now, viewers, have you ever seen any commissioner of police pass through Trinidad and Tobago for the last 30 years or 3 decades and actually did something other than the Commissioner of Police or Acting Commissioner of Police, Mr. Gary Griffith? Have we ever seen any commissioner did what he did? Have we ever seen that? Now I'm going to tell you something. Minister of National Security Fitzgerald Hines and the whole security department in Trinidad and Tobago, even the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, understand that we do not have a commissioner of police presently. So what we have is an acting commissioner of police. And while the acting commissioner of police was on vacation leave, we had an acting commissioner of police. Just imagine that, eh? An acting. Griffith 3 years contract finished on August 17th. Today is Friday, September 17th, 1 month ago. So Trinidad and Tobago have been without a commissioner of police for 1 month. But we have an acting commissioner. And on top of that, an acting commissioner of police. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead.
The topic I bring up just now about the laws, right? Concerning the coronavirus. What I want to know is that if they say that you cannot go on demand to go and get a vaccine, but then again, if you're not going to get a vaccine, they're telling you that you have to bring in
PCR test.
a test. Right now, that's expensive. And you have to bring in that every week. People go by. Now I want to find out.
No, I understand what you're saying. Now, talking about the PCR test, we have individuals coming into Trinidad and Tobago, bringing a PCR test, and after, when they do a test in Trinidad, they found out that they came into the country with the Delta variant. And up to now, the Minister of Health ain't do nothing about that. They ain't do nothing about that. The chief medical officer, they ain't do nothing about that. Now it is okay to come in with a PCR test, saying that you're negative. Right? You're negative. You're coming in with that, but they're bullying we down here now to go get vaccinated. Them coming into Trinidad and Tobago, people coming into Trinidad and Tobago unvaccinated. But you're bullying the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago to go get vaccinated. Otherwise, we could force we hand. Why y'all don't force all the bloody hell hand into telling people who coming into Trinidad, come vaccinated, because you are saying the vaccination help prevent the citizens from going in the hospital. So why the hell we have people coming into Trinidad unvaccinated with PCR and all the quarreling, the numbers going up, but we have unvaccinated people coming into Trinidad. One set of puppets. I would call them puppets. You know why? They are being pulled by string. Let the Alsing talk now. Let the Alsing talk. Haven't you all noticed recently he embarrassed Trinidad and Tobago how much? For countless time again? Again? I call it scrotum man. Hey, we really have some jokers running Trinidad, you know. Serious. We really have some jokers running Trinidad. But we still not the commissioner. Griffith said he was confident that allegation would prove baseless. Let me tell you something. I support the Commissioner of Police, Mr. Gary Griffith. I support him. You know why? That is the only commissioner passed through Trinidad and Tobago that I know actually doing something. Call her good night.
Good night, Said.
My friend, go right ahead.
Said, 65 employees gone home again from Hard Rock Cement closed down in Trinidad.
Yes, boy.
They're moving to Guyana.
That's sad, you know. Let me tell you something. We don't have no competition with cement again, you know.
No, it have no competition, but think about it. They leave this country because of the taxes.
Yeah.
That is what. But look at my family. Check 65 people, breadwinner in a house, and how much mouths to feed.
Exactly.
They're gone to Guyana now because the taxes is way down low. And the next thing too, with this PCR test, a PCR test is just as good as the vaccine. The vaccine, you can still walk and get the virus. So if you don't have the virus and you have it, and you're walking with a PCR test, it's just as good.
Correct. Thank you, my friend. Griffith, initial 3-year contract, term ended on August 17, 2021. DCP McDonald Jacob have been acting as commissioner. It is alleged that Police Service Commission has also hired ex-appeal court judge Stanley John to investigate a report into rumors and unsubstantial allegation against Griffith. This was commissioned, listen to this carefully, this was commissioned by the Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley in his capacity as chairman of the National Security Council, which is a subcommittee of cabinet. Prime Minister Rowley has thus far refused to make a public report for fear that both him and the author will be sued. Why you think he dancing? Why you think he dancing? Left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. He will dance until the drum busts. And when the drum busts, there is no tune. The question remains unanswered. Who hired Stanley John to do investigation, and when will a new commissioner be appointed? Caller, good night.
Hello, Saeed.
Go right ahead.
Last time you raised a very important point, just to digress. You talked about the National Gas Company, and I was very, very amazed that, I haven't heard neither the opposition or anybody.
Nobody ain't talk about that.
$400 million. You tell me, $400 million went first, right? That was reported. And just 2 nights ago, where you raised it there, $200 million lost. $100 million in compressor procurement. This Mark Local and the Prime Minister have the audacity to come to the nation. A man lost $600 million, Mark Local, the President of the NCC. And you will stand up and tell in a public meeting, you don't have a problem with Mark Local, and you defending this man? What it is about this man that you defending so much? So is it that it's okay for him to run into $1 billion TT? We have people who's falling down all in Sunday. We have people that are even getting food in the country.
Correct.
Pothole upon pothole, and $600 million flushed down the toilet.
And that is okay.
That is okay, and you want to stand up and beat your chest? Trinidadians, I think people in Trinidad, they are understanding where you really bring in, the depth of what you're trying to tell them. $600 million, nah, man, we had to get serious. I really hope that you will put some pressure on them. We need some answers. What are we going to do with $100 million in compressor? I don't know if them fellas and them need blowing up in Parliament there with hot air. Thank you.
Not a friend. I tell you what, man, the latest it is be getting, the latest, I also watching something. I also have my eye on a matter on the Eastern Regional Health Authority. But I'm waiting. A certain businessman father own a finance company. And I have my eyes on the Eastern Regional Health Authority. But as more news come to me, I want to know who lent who a loan ranging in hundreds of millions of dollars and why the loan was approved. I'm waiting. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it as facts unveiled. Because I have certain documents that was sent to me. So I have my eyes on a finance company and I have my eyes on Eastern Regional Health Authority. I have my eyes on it. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but nevertheless, Real Talk with Saieed Ali will be right back. This is Fire Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali. Consultant and real estate businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716 for further information. Our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
So welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Finance Minister Colin Membert have stated that the government has amended the TNT Revenue Authority bill. They no longer need a special majority to be passed. He stated that this has been done to forestall the opposition effort to block the bill as it had done in 2018 and 2019. So you see what they do? You see what they do? They remove the majority. So a simple mind as 5 persons could come together and you say, you know what, we go pass this bill. No matter what 50 of them say, or what 40 of them say, or what 49 of them said, 5 people say pass it, and we pass it. Call a good night.
Good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead.
I would like to say thus far, since Mr. Randolph Burrows, Mr. Gary Griffith has been the most performing commissioner thus far. Another thing is that the funeral of this guy in Port of Spain, the gangster, can't remember his name offhand right now, but there were so many people at that funeral, there were police present, and nobody was cautioned, nobody was cautioned,
Nobody was charged for anything.
But today, a funeral in my village had about 20 people. 20 people, Mr. Ali.
Where is this?
And in Milton Village, Cuba. And the police came and dispersed that crowd.
Which police?
The police, TTPS of Cuba.
Wow.
So I'm going to ask you this question tonight. Are there one rule for gangsters and one rule for the poor man and another rule for the 1%?
That is what is taking place.
Right? Another thing is, that is one. Another thing is, a gentleman came into the country without vaccination, entered into the country in the airport, and he approached the duty-free to purchase some items. And they told him, because he was not vaccinated, he cannot purchase the items. Right? He went further to ask one of the CSR in there if they could purchase it, and she said yes, she was willing to do it. He gave her, it was just a matter of transacting the money to the item. And you know that her superior came and told her, no, she can't do that.
Wow.
He went further now, he has to go into quarantine. He went into quarantine, he has to stay in there for 7 days. Right? And this is something that, where everybody came in the same plane, but this gentleman has to be quarantined, whereas some other people on the same aircraft are not being quarantined.
But he should have taken it up with the airport authority. That's what he should have done.
He made certain calls. But now the health authority is calling him that. Did you take your temperature this morning? He's in quarantine, have to pay the bill. But did you take your temperature this morning? Are you displaying flu-like symptoms? Who's coming to check me? You know, when he's asking those questions, nobody can answer.
Correct.
So you paying a bill for 7 days and nobody is coming to check you. So what is the purpose of the quarantine?
Okay, so what about the other people on the flights that he came in? Have anybody been under quarantine?
This is my question. Who is to say who went and who didn't go? But he's saying that some people went and some people didn't go. But everybody was exposed to the same thing.
Yes.
Whether vaccinated or not.
Thank you, my dear, for sharing.
What we have to say is welcome, Delta.
Yes. Thank you so much. The 2021 bill seeks to confer those powers, authority and privilege on the public officers appointed by the Public Service Commission to office in the Enforcement Division of the authority, thereby avoiding the need for a special majority. Imbert said that the TTRA will be headed by a Director General and a 9-member board. So I want to know now, where is the voice of the opposition? Where is the voice of the opposition? And are you going to just let this go by? You see, this is a time to execute your power as the opposition. Why are you taking away the special majority? Why? Who gave you the authority to take away the special majority? Where is the opposition? Where is the opposition? I ain't hearing nobody. I ain't hearing nobody on the yellow benches making noise. But the revenue bill was passed this afternoon. It was passed this afternoon. Sad. Where's the opposition? Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead.
I myself endorse your call by asking for where is the opposition in this country.
Thank you, my friend. COVID kick in. They take a back seat. Let me tell you something. The house should have been on fire. Who gave you the right to take it away? We have the power. Who gave you the power? But what do we have? Hey, you see, all can't say nothing. I don't do this and I don't do it. Whether you like it or not, it don't do it. It's a sealed deal. And you know what? They stay quiet. That is the end of that. It is the end of that. Case closed, talk done. So when I tell ourselves, I only bashing PNM, where the hell is the opposition? As we move along, government is facing a Gova season and needs to increase in tax revenue that is expected from the creation of the Trinidad and Tobago Revenue Authority. Finance Minister Colin Imbert stated that this bill is necessary given the country's difficult revenue situation, and calls on the Treasury for expenditure in the health sector and calls to providing financial assistance to those affected.
This is really needed at this point in time with our very difficult revenue situation and the call on the Treasury for unprecedented expenditure on the health sector in terms of dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic, and other calls on the Treasury in terms of providing financial assistance to those affected and so on.
Wasn't that the man distributing money? Wasn't he the same one who distributed money? Hold on. He stated that the government cannot continue with insufficient system and a culture of tax avoidance which punish the TNT populations who pay their taxes and who comply with the custom laws. But it is okay for the plant they call NGC to lose over 440 million US of tax-paying citizen money. And our Prime Minister have nothing to say about that. But all you're talking about the citizens paying tax. Now all y'all understand why I just be like this? You're hitting me a button with bread, but little do you know is that margarine is salt butter you're getting. You know, some of us like Blue Band, nice and smooth and it tastes good. It's salt butter you're getting. It's golden ray on your bread. Take that and eat it. Take that and eat it. Watch me now, man. Watch. You see Monday coming? Monday coming will be a mash up Monday, you know. Take what I'm telling all you. Take what I'm telling all you. I plan for Monday show already, you know. Today, me and my staff was working on Monday show, you know, concerning import and taxing, you know. But all I feel is joke. I will show you how this man tax exempted himself. Boy, hey. Imbud added that in establishing a revenue authority, there would be a tremendous improvement in efficiency in terms of getting information and clarification. He further noted that the revenue authority would assist the government, especially in this guava season. All of a sudden it's guava season. All of a sudden it's guava season. Where our revenues are significantly damaged by the global pandemic. $18 billion spent in 2020, and we cannot give account for that. But we're in a guava season. Correct, Mr. Imbert? $1 billion have been taken from the Heritage and Stabilization Fund. Where did that money go? How much was allocated to where? Switching gears, opposition leader Kamala Persad-Bissessar is calling on the government to stop the implementation of property tax. She stated that despite the finance minister's statement that it is guava seasons for government, there have been an extensive number of projects that have been funded. Persad-Bissessar also believes that the tax is not to support COVID-19 relief, but to make up for money that she alleged has gone missing and accounted for under the PNM administration. Stand up in the house and talk about the special majority that was removed. It was removed. So when you move that special majority and they voted for the Revenue Authority bill, what you will have? No voice from the opposition and only voice from the PNM. Start with that, and then go down to the guava season, and then go down to the property tax. Start in the parliament with the Revenue Authority. Why did you remove my votes? And then you will get something done. That's why I had to tell them what to do, and as a mere man. But this mere man stand here with power and authority. With power and authority. How do you think I could get bills and legislations and amendment passed? Huh? This mere man have a power that when you hear he light a light, bet your last 10 cents it come into pass. And that is a track record. That is a track record that Real Talk with Saieed Ali have been holding for the last year and a half. Call a good night. Hello? Go right ahead, my friend.
Right, you know, mention about getting sauce butter on your bread.
Mm-hmm.
This country would have to be lucky if they do get sauce butter on their bread. You know, things going. Don't tell us, right? We used to buy in our homes and talk about rapists as criminals.
Mm-hmm.
People murdering as criminals. Drug dealers as criminals. But you see the direction this government taking this country?
It's a criminal act.
Every citizen now in this country is a criminal now. Because let me explain something to you. You now sit down in your home with your wife and your children, or you had breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
You come out in your car, your own private car, and as you drive out in the road,
ticket.
If you do have one mask on your face, you get charged $1,000.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That is a criminal act. If you inherit a little property from your grandmother,
yes,
and you work hard and you maintain that, and government coming and telling you here what, or you have to pay money on that property that your grandparents and thing work so hard to
to provide for you, them charging you $5,000 if you don't want to pay that fine, to pay your property tax. That is a criminal act. So this government turning hard-working, law-abiding citizens of this country into criminals, because once they charge you, that come like you had a criminal offense. But things that you work your whole life for, government now put in laws in this country that charge you so that you would have a criminal record if you fail to do what they want to do. It have men with teeth, we commit wounding, and didn't have to pay $5,000. Just imagine you sitting on your own home and your own property and have to pay $5,000 to the government because you refuse to accept what they're doing. And people sitting down and allowing themselves to become criminals where they never had a driving ticket, they never had to use an obscene language in public, and now because you refuse to wear a mask in a car with your family, you are a criminal because they're charging you $1,000. If you fail to pay a property tax, you are a criminal because you don't have that money to pay that. And we sitting down and allowing these kind of things. And then it's idiots like this one, we're going and making a spectacle of the population, going every Saturday when they're having the press briefing.
Yes.
Journalists and things that ask the Alsing questions concerning side effects of the vaccine and people dying and things. All he would tell you, that is patient confidentiality. He cannot disclose that. But here now, some girl talk about testicular swelling.
Yes.
He had the time and the effort and everything to go and find out on his own to see who is the person where
say that
into.
Yeah.
To come back now and tell the population that ain't true. You know, you have people who just have weakness for certain things.
Yes.
As you mentioned KFC, somebody go say, oh God, I want KFC.
Correct,
Like a
correct.
man who got alcohol. It seems like the Alsing have a weakness for balls because every time he hear balls, he just get excited. Have a good night, Mr. Said. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you, my friend. So hear this, Hear this. Oh, look, I love this one. Minister of Health Terence Alsing have stated that there have been no reports of there have been no reports of testicular swelling as a result of COVID-19 vaccine either in TNT or the world. Mr. Alsing, let me tell you something. Three individuals came into my office. I could give you their name, I could give you their phone number, and I could tell you where they live in. Hear this. Three individuals came into me. Three of them went and took the vaccine. And they came and said to me, Said, our private part have shrinked. That is what they said to me. If one lie, two I go lie, and three I go lie about it in my face, I could give you their name, I could give you their address, and I could give you their phone number. So let me tell you something. When you want to talk and you want to prove things, find out from the population what is taking place with them when they take the vaccine, and then you would know. Other than that, don't bump your gum. Don't do it. You're embarrassing Trinidad and Tobago. You're embarrassing Trinidad and Tobago on an international level. I have facts, you know. I have facts, you know. The man snap up at you in my office. He said, Said, you want to see it? I said, no, I know about it. And you want to embarrass Trinidad and Tobago on an international level? Huh? When you want to talk these kind of craps, come down to the people. Come down to the sources and find out what is taking place with the vaccine. Who getting sick? Who are getting sick? What is their reaction? I have a friend 4 months now. Now for my 3 months now after taking the vaccine, they still have a migraine. You want to talk about no side effects? Huh? Boy, careful, minister, when you're going outside and you're talking your crap. It have people who will tell you as it is. I will tell you as it is, and you're afraid. Because not many persons could stand up without getting their mouth zipped. Me? When you're even coming close to touch the zip to zip my mouth. He added, the article stated that the health ministry spent a lot of time with the issues following a tweet by rapper Nicki Minaj on Monday. He added that at this point in time, there have been no such reported side effects or adverse side effects. Listen to this.
So yes, claims are being made. One of the reasons we could not respond yesterday in real time to Ms. Minaj is that we had to check and make sure that what she was claiming was either true or false. And unfortunately, we wasted so much time yesterday running down this false claim. As we stand now, there is absolutely no reported such side effect or adverse event of testicular swelling in Trinidad, or I dare say, Dr. Hines, anywhere else? None that we know of anywhere else in the world. And what was sad about this is that it wasted our time yesterday trying to track down, because we take all these claims seriously, whether it's on social media or mainstream media.
Now, Trinidad and Tobago, the ministry took its time to investigate that. That was said by a rapper. What about the investigation into the Davis home in Sandy Grande? How come that report ain't come out as yet? And Terrence Dayal Singh said he had a report on his table. Where that report? Where that report? Where that report on the Davis home? Come out, Terrence. Where is the report on the Davis home in Sandy Grande? Come out and tell the public. The article also stated that the surrounding controversy also did not help the ministry in its fight against vaccine hesitancy. He noted that the ministry job was made a little harder, which we do not need right now.
Put it this way, it didn't help. It certainly did not help us. And we had to expend a lot of time and energy yesterday, because suppose it was true. And that is what happens to us with these social media tweets and Facebook postings. We have to research them, because suppose it was true. We don't want to be accused of just ignoring it. But we spent a lot of time yesterday trying to track it down. So far, it has not proven to be true either in Trinidad, or as Dr. Hines has said, anywhere else in the world, that this is a known side effect or adverse event of vaccination. But her tweet certainly did not help, because people like her are social influencers, and they do carry some sway. So yeah, it certainly didn't help, and will make our job a little harder, which we don't need right now, Richard.
Social influencers. That's the word. Social influencers. So why the hell now you don't try to social influence people into coming and taking the vaccine? What you have planned? Nothing. Nothing. I just come on a live television and say it as it is. Why you don't investigate? Why you don't investigate? Because you know it's the facts and nothing else but the truth side bringing to you. Nothing else but the truth. Why you don't come out and tell the people about side effects? Because you don't want the people to know. You don't want the people to know. But you run down a what? Social influencer. Why you don't come and try to tackle me on live television? Why you don't come? Three individuals were in my office. I could give you their name, their contact, and their phone number. Their private part shrinked. It shrinked. The guy said, Said, when I don't take the vaccine, and it raised. He said he noticed it shorter. Big man are talking about, 50-something years old, They're in my office, they're in front of me. Just how you seen me in TV. They're in front of me in real. And then you want to tell me, boy. Let me tell you something. That is why I could stand here bold and brave and say what I have to say. Let her come now. Let her come. Call her good night.
Good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead.
Saeed, I don't mind if I take the vaccine and my penis is bigger, but not my testicles. That's more weight to carry. You think it's a joke? Yes, Saeed. And Saeed, one more thing again. Pressure is boss pipe. Somebody will run amok. Listen.
Thank you, my friend. Let me tell you something. My researchers did a research. We have it? We did our research. Let's watch me. Let's stare so. I ain't coming to no media and then bragging and then have to look back and then run down, No. I know it will be hard for you all to read, but I will post it. I will post it on the Real Talk with Saieed Ali page. Come back to me. Case. Series drug analyst print. Name COVID-19. mRNA. Pfizer BioNTech. Vaccine analyst point. Dated lock. 8th of September 2021. See this? This is our research they did. And the other thing want to talk? Testicular. What is it? What is it? Testicular. Hey, let me tell you something. The other thing, you just make me laugh, You just really make me laugh, But again, when you don't know something, shut your mouth. Do your research. I could carry you, Terrence. I could carry you, Terrence, by 3 individuals, and you would be amazed to know what happened to them. You run down a post. Talk about reality, what happened in Trinidad. Talk about it. Viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but nevertheless, it's Fire Friday right here on Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali. Consultant and investor businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TNT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716 for further information. Our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
It's been a Fire Friday, viewers, and every single thing I bring to you is the facts, is reality, is real talk. That is what I bring to you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Testicular. Terrence, you running on a post with swelling? Look for the reality of the vaccine that is taking place right here in Trinidad and Tobago. Like I said, I never stopped anyone from taking the vaccine. I never stopped anyone. I went and took it because I had to travel. I just waited for my second shot. So viewers, I just want to encourage you all to make a Real Talk investment. Those of you who want a bigger return on your investment, on your hard-earned cash, call us. 267-7325, 238-6716, 339-1670. I'm going to tell you something. Real Talk Group of Companies is paying the highest return rates right now on a fixed investment. When you deposit $100,000 into a Real Talk Group of Company, into a Real Talk investment, you get it from 2.5% to 3.5% on your return. So imagine if you have 100,000, any financial institute, you might get 1%. 1% of 100,000 is $1,000 in 12 months you're making. With that same 100,000, you're doubling that right here on Real Talk investment. So what you want? Which one bigger, the 1,000 or the 2,500? And if you're looking for a loan, you have your collateral, not a problem. We will sit and talk. Now viewers, a lot of people ask me this question. Saeed, how you, just so you come out with a financial institute? But tell you this, I ain't a real estate. And on top of that, I just do spiritual work. So let me give you a little breakdown in spiritual work. When you have 10 persons, and 10 persons pay 10,000 each to do their spiritual work, that's 100,000. Right there. Let's just say 10 persons come in one day and pay that money. That's 100,000 one day. And when I go to the bank, where you get this money? You have source of funds? I doing spiritual work. You want me to tell you, John, don't come by me? Huh? When God decides to bless you, He does bless you. When God decides to defend you, He will defend you. And I always stood by that. 3.5 years on TV. They made an attempt to kidnap my son. That was a mistake. They thought Saeed was just a normal man. Man, we go make attempt, we go get we money and we go bust out. Bust out? The boss, they can't see what color paper in front of them. That is the boss, they bust out. They bust out without a vision. So that's what I tell people. When you want to play mad, when you want to give me a challenge, it's not a problem. I do back down. I am not backing down from any challenges. How you think I pushing for bills and legislations and amendments and getting it passed? You think just so? No. No. And I get up 1 o'clock in the morning. When I get up 1 o'clock in the morning, and I decide to go in my little closet, seclude myself with just me and God. Just me and God. And give him a reason and give him a purpose why I need certain things. You see, I'm going to tell you something. How did the 12 commandments came into effect? How did the 12 commandments came into effect? Moses pleaded with God, Lord, how do we know what is right from wrong? Caller, good night.
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead.
Mr. Saeed, I want you to invite me to come to your program to because I have some things ready for this new thing what they call it property tax. Now, I don't pay my land and building taxes. My land and building taxes. I don't pay that already. However, I want to stand up and I want to come in your station and I want to advise people to get in touch with me. I could give you my number on the phone, on the TV.
Call me at 339-1670. That is my cell phone.
Just now, wait. Let me write it down. Wait there.
Give him it now. So yes, viewers, I work very hard like any one of you. And every individual value their money. Value their money. That is why, with all the legal backgrounds and the financial backgrounds that I have, I put it to work. I put it to work for me. I'm an accountant. And I put it to work. Real Talk Credit Union will be voted in Trinidad and Tobago, hopefully, before the year closes off in December. And presently, we have Real Talk Group of Companies. Is that we have a financial department in it, where we lend in loan to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, and we offer an investment to you. Let me tell you something. When God decides to bless you, he will bless you. No man could curse you. And if it's one thing I just always say, I don't depend on man. If I was dependent on Arthur on my show, let me tell you something. The first month I come out on Synergy TV, I won't hear nothing about Saieed again. But he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall be covered under the shadows of the Almighty. And you will bring forth fruit in your season. Now is my season. Now is my season. So I'm bringing forth fruit. And I'm selling the fruit. And I'm putting the money to use. I'm planting back in my garden. I'm planting back in my garden so I could reap fruit. How do I plant? By charity. That is what I do. By charity. And I always say, now charity, for those of you who don't know, charity is a pillar in Islam. It's a pillar in Islam. And the more I give, is the more I just get. That is why. Look the little incident that happened to me. If I did take that on, you think I would have been here? I would have been some corner crying. Oh God, my money gone. Lord, what I going to do? I work so hard. In your television, in your living room, in your dining room, in your bedroom, on your phone, and I'm smiling. I'm smiling. Why? They that do evil unto me, my Lord said unto me, with a little bird whistling, twiddly doodly doodly doo doo doo. They that do evil unto me, I will do evil unto them. And thus far, I have seen it happen. While family try to play mad, them end up on a 40-foot container truck and they have eye problem. They try to kidnap my son. Where they end up? When they bust out without a vision. And I could give you many, many related incidents that happen when people try to do me wrong. But nevertheless, I always want to encourage you, it have a God. It have a God. And I'm standing here tonight in front of millions of people, local and regional, and I'm telling you, it have a God. Nevertheless, no matter who do you wrong, God will always stand for you once you're doing the correct thing. So viewers, it's Fire Friday. We are at the end of our program. You know, we have the SOE in effect. We have the public health regulation in effect. The bars are not open. You know, You're getting your thing in the grocery instead of you by the roadside drinking. Go in your house. Go in your house safe. So remember, don't get into problems. The court system is extremely slow in Trinidad and Tobago. It almost closed, we could say. You understand the process is very slow. So you want to try and keep out of the justice system over the weekend. So until we meet again, viewers, be safe. Allahumma abaur kaba illa inna shantarabazur kiba alla la inna. When God gave you something, no man can take it away. When He gave you your joy, He gave you your joy. When He gave you riches, He gave you riches. When He gave you life, nobody could take it away until the appointed time reach. Until we meet again, good night.